Hello everybody and welcome to JSmith takes a quick look at Elementia. This game is developed by Anthony Case and was released on May 19th, 2013. I first saw this game over at Nick's channel, that's Rockley Smiles, for those who don't know, a while back. He played an early version of the game and it looked pretty good. It really piqued my interest, but what I wanted to do was kind of give it time to, develop and, even perhaps release, which it just did, to get my own perspective on it. And so what I really found that I enjoyed about the game is just the sense of alone and just kind of like the weird abstract angles that this game is kind of taken, and I kind of like that, and I wanted to see what kind of direction that this game kind of ended up being. I do want to preface this though. I mentioned that I'm currently playing the demo version of the game. The reason for that is because you can get a lot of more diverse rooms in this short demo than go through the actual game, which has a little bit of a slower progression, which allows for you to kind of understand some of the mechanics and get used to some of the room layouts. But with this, it's going to allow me to give a really diverse. And so I believe that there's about 72 unique levels in the overall game. With this, I think that there's only around like 9 to 13. I kind of forget the exact numbers, but I'm not going to get to every one of them. I'll probably give you a few examples of the different rooms and layouts, and then leave it up to you to kind of make your own decision about that. Regardless, let's get right into things. So this is the main screen, the main menu. I can either devour or go to the options. So right off the bat, there's something kind of up with this game. But let's go devour some souls. So the goal of each level is generally not readily known. The basics, however, sort of stay the same. You want to activate all the souls and go to the glowy platform. The hindrance or the obstacles that you have to overcome can be a lot of different things, just a whole host of different ways to get through the different rooms, and the way that the objects and the way the environment interacts with you itself will also differentiate between each level. And I'll show you a bit about what I mean by this. So right now I'm gonna go, this is the hub world. I'm sorry, I should have elaborated that a little bit sooner. This is the hub world. Each of these little guys is a challenge. When I complete the challenge, they will turn into a big old blob thing, such as this, with the face with the open mouth. Everything else I have yet to complete, except for this one. Part of that is because the game is actually really challenging and really difficult, and I don't really have the most patience in the world, but I did want to get a feel for the room. So I've been like bouncing back and forth between a lot of what is available right now. What is back here, this is like the first introductory kind of like almost tutorial level, but there's no tutorial, so you kind of have to experiment a lot to figure things out for yourself. So coddle in the beginning, my devourer of souls. So what you're gonna be able to see is me being chased by this kind of weird creature. Will serve basically as the enemy throughout the game. When I go to all these places I need to be, you're gonna see these small little heads. I click those and I shoot out these weird faces, which when I use those to kind of activate the smaller faces. Once I've activated all the smaller faces, I'll be able to go to the end. So what I am able to do here is activate all of these, still maintaining my distance from that thing in the back. And now that I have these glowing beams of brightness coming out of this platform and up to that sweet little angel thing, I'm able to complete the level. So I'll be sucked up here. And as this was the first level, I will return back to the hub world, which you don't have access to until you get to, beat that first level. So with that being said, I will now demonstrate a little bit about what I mean by how the challenges and obstacles kind of start to change. So I'm going to go to this level. It's called Drift. So together, drift ascending thy aether. I have no idea if I'm reading that text right, but anyways. So I'm on this lonely little platform here. There's nowhere to kind of jump to, but when I jump, I notice that I'm not really jumping. When I hold in the spacebar, which is generally the jump button, I begin to float. So what I'm going to do is able to see where I need to be. I saw one of those tiny little soul guys floating around. So when I see one of them, I will shoot at it to activate. And I got him, which will unlock one of these angry beasts to kind of chase me down and follow me. Which will, when I kill the beast, another of these unanswered souls will appear, and I will have to get those out as well. So trying to activate everything turns into me trying to find all of these little souls, which kind of proves to be a challenge in of its own right. It takes a while for some of these things to spawn, takes a while for some of them to come back, because they'll float up for a little while and then they'll sink back down to wherever they once came from. So it's kind of like a slower process, but even in this level, it's you know, you're learning, you're experimenting, and you're trying to find things that make, you know, this work out a little bit more. So you notice there are a bunch of these kind of empty spheres. So kind of being able to differentiate between those and the ones with, you know, the faces in them kind of, you know, proves to be something that you have to take into consideration as well when you're hunting and searching for all of these, you know, strange beings. So you can see here that I'm having a hell of a time trying to find all of these. I think I see one back over here. So unleash that and kill this demon spawn that, you know, comes promptly afterwards. So last, I hope last, is this one. So let's kill that spawn. Nope, looks like one more head I'm going to need to find to finally be rid of this level. So going through here, just maintaining my look, and I guess this will give us time to talk a little bit about the visuals and even the audio of the game as well. The audio is kind of like a steady tone of just noise, and there's no real music. I wouldn't really, I mean, you can consider that music, but it's just kind of like ambient noise, and it's really kind of unsettling. I had it on in the background when I was just, you know, between sessions of like recordings, I'll do other things, but I had this open and I was like tweeting and stuff at the same time, and there was just like this weird feeling that it just kind of like got, and it was just like, I don't know, there's something about it that just, it resonated, you know, within me, and I was just, man, this is kind of making me uncomfortable. But the visual aspects and the sound aspects, you know, everything goes really well together, I've found. So the next level that I'm going to go to is called Extrude. So let's click on this guy. And so I'm supposed to travel across, so I have not noticed any enemies on this level yet, but I have been having a lot of trouble on it for reasons that I'm trying to navigate to all of these different beacons. And I'm trying to use the environment to my advantage in just being able to navigate. Unfortunately, it's really kind of hard to do. So I'm trying to get from point A to point B. Whenever I shoot my soul at one of these squares, for the most part, it will either kind of expand horizontally or expand vertically, depending on whatever the game had been pre-designed to do. And so what I'll be doing is trying to navigate until I can find one of these things, or at least I'll give you an idea of how I would kind of take on this challenge. But I do want to get to other levels as well. Unfortunately, I just don't know how I'm supposed to get over to... I can see where that little thing is, but I'm not sure if I can hit it from here. Maybe, but I think these things lose their distances over a while. There's only a certain amount of range that they have. So I think even though like it kind of appears that I'm hitting it, I believe that might be a futile attempt. So let me see if I can extend to find a certain path to get over to the other side. It doesn't seem like it's going to be happening anytime soon. Can I break this one back down? Yes, maybe, or did it like just grow even more after that? Can I extend that way? No, I'm just completely lost, completely confused, and this is kind of like basically par for the course. And so how I mentioned earlier is that, you know, although I'm giving you a diverse view of the levels, I'm actually giving you kind of like a harder view of the levels as well. And so the actual game, the progression is not as kind of intense, I would say. So you can see I just missed that platform, and I'm falling and falling and falling, and I'll just eventually just, I think I just fall continually forever. So how I get out of here is I press the right mouse button, which will reset the level, or I can press escape to go back to the hub world, which I did. The last level that I'm going to show you is called Convert, and that has another interesting take on how the game, presents all the obstacles in itself. So as I go around here trying to find the one, here it is. So for this, the enemy, which is generally always seen as the enemy, I want to have him on my face. The reason I want to have him on my face is this is how I'm going to be able to shoot. Without him on my face, I'm not able to shoot anything. The problem with this particular level is that all these platforms, when I jump on one of them, the ones around them will begin to fall as well. So it's kind of like a crapshoot. You have to start to learn the different patterns, and I just missed my jump right there. So let's restart. I believe when this thing is actually on my face too, I begin to move slower and slower until I'm able to basically not move very much at all. So let's jump back to that platform real quick there. Jump back to this one over here. That might have been not the best idea, but we'll see in the near future if I can do anything with that. So got that. Give me some more of these beastly creatures. And let's see how far I can go. Can I get one on my face? There we go. Got one more left. Come on, ugly creature. And there we go. And I think, okay, so that platform is over there. I have no idea how to reach that. I think that is the opening platform, but I think everything is just going to disappear into my feet right now. Can I jump? I can't jump. So that gave me a basic idea of how to accomplish that mission. Unfortunately, I failed, and I am currently falling into oblivion. But that's I don't want to ruin too much. Because mostly I don't think that I'm able to do well at this game enough to give a full, a proper playthrough and accomplish some of these tasks, just because I'm real bad and I'm impatient. At least when I'm doing kind of like these quick looks at playing the game by myself and just trying to get a feel for it. I'm much more methodical. At least I believe that I am. I'm not sure if that's actually true or not. But basically, thank you all very much for stopping by. And as soon as I'm done with, okay, good. So I failed one more time, which is unfortunate. Again, the title of this game is Elementia or Elementia. I'm not too sure. But it's $6.79. I really like this game. If you like interesting ambient puzzle games, I think that you're going to find a lot for you in this one. Again, $6.79. You can buy it at Caseware.com. That is CAIYSWARE. I'll hunt to see if I can find any other sites that currently have it, or if he's just kind of putting this on his own and distributing on his own. I don't think he's on Desor or anything, but I'll definitely double check that and update any of those websites in the description for you to buy it from. But that is gonna be it for me for now. So thank you all very much for watching. Definitely leave some comments, criticisms, and feedback in the area directly below this video. I always love hearing from you guys. If you guys like this game, definitely talk about it. Get some conversations going between you all. Furthermore, if you like the video, go ahead and feel free to like it. Follow me on Twitter as well. It's twitter.com/JSmithOTI. I do live streams every once in a while as well. You can find those at twitch.tv/JSmithOTI. And for me and for Ilamentia, thank you all very much. That is going to be it. I look forward to, future videos with you guys, I guess. But that is it. I'm so bad at endings nowadays, just like finishing up videos. But that is quite a way to end it regardless. But thank you all. I love you all. Take care, and later.